Hello, good day everyone. Thank you for coming into this YouTube session Trade Live with Precise Trader. Today is 2nd July and this is US session. Okay, do take note of the risk disclosure. Day trading in foreign exchange is risky. Past results are not indicative of future returns. The content on this webinar is mainly educational purpose. Use your information entirely at your own risk, and you must assess the risk of your trade with your broker before you put in your trades. So with that, we move on to our live analysis. Okay, the ADP from US came out to be actually forecast is 99. Previous was 29k revised, and now it came out to be negative 33k. Okay, which means that there isn't job creation, but I think a lot of people have lost job, I think. So if that's the case, then tomorrow's non-farm payroll, most likely it might be a a disappointing figure, but anyway, we just have to wait and see on that. Then we see that okay, we are very unlucky. In fact, we put a trade, the pound and dollar yen got stopped out, and also the dollar yen and the gold. Even the gold, what happened was we put an order. First entry was making money, but we didn't have time to manage it. And the second entry also, we had a good entry at 31, but the low was 27.55. But actually, we put a stop at 28. So that also, I think, second day in a row, I think we were a bit unlucky. But yesterday was very bad, but today was just, I would say, just unlucky. We just got stopped out, and the market is turning. So as of now, like what we are expecting is, we are expecting the price to push higher. Okay, we should see the price breaking the high towards 90. Okay, towards 90 level, 90-95 level. So if we are going to go for a trade again, so let's just see this. Okay, right now it is a bit mixed signal here, so actually the price is showing up, but this this candle here, is what is a bit disturbing, meaning to say that this might be a temporary high. We should see the price moving lower. So what we will do is, we'll try to go for a low risk trade. Okay, which means to say, just give me a minute. Okay, so above 33. Okay, 33, we should see the price heading towards 50, which 50 I think we have already reached. So now we are going to see the price, see whether got strength to break the high. If it breaks, then we should see the price heading towards 60, 65. Okay, 65, and maybe about 75. So what we will do is, we remember we got to take our decisions based on, first is, of course, the directions, which we call it, the 2 hours or 6 hours. Then trade entry, we should be looking to go on 15 minute. Okay. So now let's see, we'll try to take an entry at 38. Okay, 38 and slightly lower, which is 33. Okay, so these are the two levels of entry with a stop again below about 27. So we'll go for a buy at 33, since the price is not steady, and and volume. Usually, whenever this thin markets, it is a bit also difficult to trade, because the strength or weakness would not happen as we expect. So we'll go for a buy at 33, then stop again. We'll put slightly lower, which is 27, and the TP we will try to put in as either current high, which is 50, or if it breaks the high, then we should see the price heading towards 65. So we'll put it as 50. Okay, so this is the trade which we are planning to trade. That means $10 away. Okay, that is going to be our second entry. And as far as this nearby entry is concerned, I think we can go on 38. Okay, I'll show you the chart again. We'll try to go for a buy at 38. 38 is somewhere here, or extension of that level, which should be about 40. So if we are taking at 40, then we should put our stop at 36 or below 33. Okay, so what we will do is we will try, the target is two levels, which we are looking at 50 half and 65 as our two targets. So let's go on for another trade at buying at 40, stop at 35, TP at either 50 half or extension of this level, which is 60 and 65. So let's key in this order. Trying to buy at 40, stop 35, TP. Again, we can put either 50 or 65. 50, 60 and 65. So these are the three levels of target. But since we want to go for a very conservative trade, because the reason is because short-term trading and thin volume, so many factors are in place. So we'll try to go for that. Then looking at the euro, we don't have any position just now. We closed at cost. Then the dollar, yen, and the pound. Okay, we try to look for any re-entries concerned on the euro. Okay, the euro, the same thing. Just now it came off. I think we got a buy at 60. So this was making money about 80, about 20-25 pips, and now it's already coming off. So this is again, we feel that the market should be giving a target of at least 118.10. Okay, again, this also got tricked us, this move down, okay, which I did not expect. Like usually, see, when the price turns up, we should see the price moving higher. So I'm not sure. This went up when the ADP was announced at 8:15, saying that weak data, so the dollar weakness came in, and we saw the price moving higher. But after that, it gave up all the gains immediately. then now is trying to stable down. So what we can do is, since we are not getting the trade and the move as we expected, we still have to play the game in a very cautious manner. Okay, so I don't think let me see your 6. Yeah, so we will try to put a re-entry again at 60. Just now we closed at 60, so we got to go for a re-entry again. Then we try to close at 11805. We'll just go for a very tight stop and a tight TP. So euro buying at 11760, stop at 40, only stop about 20 pips, TP at 11805. Okay, and this one we will just put in this order. Let's see whether this works. And also the expiry, I think we can put in 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours, which means to say that 21 minus 5, 21 minus 5, that means it's 2 hours from now, 2 hours from now. So it's 16, so 16, so we'll put it as 16. Okay, I think it's showing invalid. No, 21 minus 5 should be 16. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not accepting. I think then we'll put it as 18. Okay, yeah, 2 hours. So now, sorry, correct. 2 hours from now. So that means it should be 23 minus 5, so it should be 18. Okay, so I think this is a 2 hours time which we are giving. Sorry, this is the order which we are putting in now, and this is only 2 hours expiry. Then the next trade we are going to do for is, we are going to see the pound. Okay, pound has had a very big drop. Okay, I'm not sure why this drop has happened. Okay, this is dropped about 170 pips. Okay, let me check whether any data came out. Pound, I think the only thing we saw was that MPC member giving a talk. So maybe, I don't know whether that triggered that move. The price has dropped by a pretty big move. So meaning to say that this is the correction has started on this currency. Okay, since this pound is weak, then we should reanalyze the euro again. Okay, let's reanalyze the euro again one more time. Okay, because we need to see what is the reason for this weakness. So here, looking at it, I think we have seen the market made a high. It's already made a top. So what we can do is, the only way is we try to go for a buy and exit before 36.60. That should be our trade plan for pound, because this drop, I don't know again what was the reason for it to drop by a pretty big move. So what we will do is we will try to go for a buy since the 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 drop has been pretty significant. And where should we look to buy? We should be looking to buy at either another 2 hours of weakness, which means to say we can go for a buy near 35.50, and we should exit before 36.50. Okay, so again I'm telling you, I'm not sure what is the reason for this big drop. I don't know whether is it technical based or purely on some news that came into. Okay, so we'll try to buy at 35.50, stop at 35.10, and we'll put as a conservative at 36.30. Okay, pound, buying 35.50, stop we are 35.10 and 36.30. So this one, once this order is filled, we can go for a add-on entry. Okay, add-on entry. So let's go and look at the euro one more time, because since the pound is so weak, so euro may have turned either as well. So if this is the case, okay, now we look at euro. Okay, euro also showing that we is showing lower highs, lower highs. So which means to say there is a possibility that euro also seen the high. Okay, we were expecting it to sell at 118.80, and the high was 118.30, and now the market is showing some weakness, which means to say that we may have seen the high. So I think we have to change our plan. Instead of going for a buy, we try to go for a sell with the stop above this level, and TP we look for 117.10. Okay, now we are changing the plan, reversal, because the reason is I think the dollar strength has come in to play. Okay, so let's go. Okay, this one I think we want to cancel it. Okay, now we are revising our buy order to a sell. See, sometimes this is what happens, sometimes, we focus on one side, sometimes, another order comes into play, another, the signals comes into play, then, we may get in the wrong side because of that. Because, you see, usually this happens only when the market is about to turn on the directions. So that is where we got to be a bit careful on this. Okay, so we are putting in again, we'll put it as 2 hours from now. That means we're trying to go for a sell, stop at 118.10, and today's high is lower than yesterday's high, so that itself is a big clue that probable that the high is seen. Okay, I'll show you the chart again. So today's high is lower than yesterday's high, and today's low is lower than yesterday's low. So this is a big clue, that we are getting that the chances of this, the high is seen. Okay, now let's move on to dollar yen. Okay, dollar yen, since dollar strength is seen on the pound and the euro, and so is the yen. Okay, yen, I think the low, remember we were expecting the price to go below 42, the target was 42 figure, So here we are seeing that the market made a low and price is moving up, which is a sign that the market may have hit a bottom. Okay, so if that is the case, then I think we got to go for a buy, and I think we also need to reassess the gold again one more time. We see whether any clues of a top or this. We will do it one more round. So here now, when we look into this, I think there is a possible that this came out to be during the ADP non-farm employment change. So what we can do is we can go for a buy at first we decide on the stop. Okay, the stop we have to put at 30. Okay, 30 or 40. 30 or 40. Huh? So we will try to put a stop before. Okay, before we go that, okay, let's go to the gold, because the gold, the order is going to get filled. Okay, let's see the thing, one more round. Okay, let's cancel the buying order at 40 first. I don't want to get this thing filled. Okay, cancel this first. Okay, cancelled. So because it's showing all, you see, just one signal that we are getting from one currency that can help us to decide to see whether we are in the right track. Okay, now if you look into gold, okay, looking into the gold again, right now, today's high, 51, is lower than yesterday's high. Okay, today's high is lower than yesterday's high. That's one clue. And also, today, the yesterday's high still is intact, and today it is been in a extension. Okay, extension of this, which means to say this extension of this level and retracement of this level, which means to say, okay, now I think we got more clarity. Okay, I think we should be holding a sell. Okay, we should be holding a sell. Expect this low to break. Then we should see the price heading towards 33.20 or 33.15. Okay, let me check that one more time. Failed, and yeah, I think we can go for a sell. We can go for a sell. Okay, my apologies for this. I think this was a quick turn within a matter of few seconds, because the moment once we got the signal from the pound, I think it's giving us a clue that all are turning. So what we are going to do is we'll try to go for a sell now, one at 42.5 and another one at 48. Okay, 48 or 46.5. Okay, so let's see that 15-minute, see whether we are seeing lower high, and we still have a price moving towards another 6 minutes. Okay, we'll go for a sell at 43. Okay, let's sell gold. Sorry, let's sell gold at I think this is 30 minutes. Let's say we look at a 2-hour chart. This should be turning around. Okay, sell at 43. Okay, we go for a sell at 43 market, and for that we will put a stop at 48.5. Okay, 48.5. Okay, TP, we would go for, uh, just now I said break 27, we should see 25, 15, 33, about 15 or I think about 20. Okay, 33, 20, half. Okay, then we can go for another sell at 46 and 46 half, then put a stop above the current high. Okay, so that would be our add-on entry. Okay, we'll go for another sell. Okay, 46, then stop at 52. And this TP, we will try to exit before the low. So conservative about 32. So I have another order selling at 46, stop at 52, and TP at 32. This is a conservative TP because we are exiting before the low break. Then we are going to cancel the 33 buy. Okay, 33 buy we are going to cancel. Okay, so now let's do this session. I'll show you one more time for those of you who have just joined in the session. Okay, first thing is, okay, we are going to look for gold. Okay, we are going to go look for gold. Okay, gold, we are, in fact, the pound has given us the signal. The pound has given us a signal that high is seen and market has turned down. And that is the one that triggered our selling for the, that means go in the direction of the dollar, for the euro and the dollar yen. So now let's look at, you see what has happened on gold is when we look into the location, the location, we call it location. When we talk about location, we are talking very precise location on different time frame. So that is what we meant location. That means weekly where it is, daily where it is, hourly where it is, and 15-minute where it is. So we will take all these four into consideration. Then that's where we decide on the location, and that's where we decide to see whether the price has hit the target or whether the price is not hit the target. So if you look at on the weekly, we should be seeing the target near this high, which is 3395. So you see, I'm going to give you the precise location for gold in all the four time frame, That means weekly, daily, hourly, and 15-minute. So when we talk about hourly, I'm referring to a 6-hour chart. So weekly, the price is has got strength to move towards 33.95 until end of the week. So now when we go into daily, okay, daily, this is where the question is. The market has made broke yesterday's high. So this is the daily. It is in a down trend, or I would say corrective down. This one I'll call it as corrective down. This is not a downtrend, but this is a corrective down on the daily. So the maximum high we can see if the market is in a corrective down we should see extension of this level. That is the maximum high we can see. That means towards 33.90 or 33.78. Then as far as the minimum extension we can see is extension of this Friday's high towards yesterday's, the day before yesterday, which is 3359. So yesterday the high was 5758. So now we go into a precise location on the hourly. Hourly means I told you we are looking at a 6-hour chart. So when we look into this 6-hour chart, yesterday made a high, which was the daily PT hook high level, and today high, this is a PT hook of the hourly. So which means to say that this falls within this, so there is a very high chance that this might be the temporary high. But of course, for confirmation we need to see the break of 27. If the 27 breaks, then we can confirm that this is going to be the temporary high, and we expect the correction down to continue, and we expect the price to move lower. But on the other hand, if the 57, 58 breaks, then this is not the high, then we should expect the price to move towards 78.90 before the market is turning down. So now we come eventually to a 15-minute. So when we look into a 15-minute, again, this is showing a lower high compared to yesterday's high, and this is within the retracement of the previous high, which is exactly at 3351. That means this is a very high chance that this might be the high, and this might be a temporary high, and we need to see this low break. If we low breaks, then we are correct on this assumption, and we will try to play this game. So let's wait and see. So now we have two orders. One is we are betting that today's high, that 51, is going to be the high for the day. Okay, this is if this is going to be the high for the day, then we should see this low breaks, which is 38 and 33 and 28. These are the three levels which we need to pay attention. So once the price starts to break all this, then we can be pretty sure that this is the temporary high. Until then, there is a risk. Okay, there is a risk that this is going to be a 50-50. Okay, I wouldn't say 50-50. I would say about 60-40 or 70-30 to the downside. So just now I think we were trying to sell at 46. Was it 46? Yeah, 46. I think we missed it by 25 cents. Okay, the high was 45.75. So let's see. Okay, let's see whether we are breaking this low, which is 38. Then we can go on to for add-on entry, because once it breaks this, then we can be pretty sure that this is going to be today's high. Then we can add on some more entry. Then we'll try to recapture the trade with profits. Okay, so let's while we are waiting for that, okay, let's move on to our Nasdaq and Dow Jones. Okay, the Nasdaq, the weekly, this is coming back into the trading band, tells you that the location for weekly is turning down. Okay, this is going to be a turning down. And daily, okay, daily gives you an indication that lower high. So this is the high which was on the 30th June. Next one is a lower high. Then we have today's high. So the only thing we need to check is whether this high is going to be the high for the day and whether the low is going to break. So for this, we normally use 2 hours or 4 hours of chart. So looking at this, 2-hour chart, okay, this clearly defines that market may have seen the high. Okay, we expect the price to break this low, and if it breaks, we should see the price heading towards 2 to 400. That means another 250 points, or at least another 200 points down. Okay, another 200 points down for sure. So now we need to know that this high today is within the previous 2-hour chart. So which means to say there is a very high chance that this is going to be a high. Okay, so let's try to take a trade on this. We'll try to sell at 2 to 740, stop 2 to 840. That means 100 points away from the entry. Then TP, we will put it about 200 points lower. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, by the way, the gold is already starting to move. So we need to see the price breaking 38 in order for us to be in the right track. Okay, so let's see whether it breaks 38, then we can go for add-on entry. Okay, so while we are waiting for that, okay, Nasdaq, Nasdaq, remember, whatever the price, we should be selling about 60 points higher, which is 540. Stop loss is 100 points higher, which is 650, and TP is 200 points lower, which is 340. Okay, so this is going to be and volume, I'll try to go for 1. Okay, 1. Okay. So this is the order we are giving for Nasdaq. Okay, so now it's 490. So we'll try to sell at 50 points higher. So now gold is coming off, which is as expected, which is a good sign. So we need to see that 38 break. Okay, let's go back to that chart and see whether we are seeing the break of 38. So whenever we are paying this kind of attention, we need to pay attention to the time. That would be the best way of controlling the trade. So now we are into the 15-minute, which is lower low, lower high, and we have another 6 more minutes left. So we can give another 6 more minutes to see whether we are seeing the break of this. Then we have wait to see for further developments. Okay, so now let's move on to Dow. Since we don't have much trade, we see, let me see, Dow. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Okay, Dow, the weekly, this is still up, okay, above the previous week high, and most likely we may have seen the target. And when we look into the daily, okay, this is showing weakness trading back into the trading range. Okay, see the gold is quickly reversing back to cost, and I think is moving higher again. This is a very tricky part, this is what we need to see whenever, when we are trading here. Okay, now we see here, so this is making lower highs, lower lows, which is a good sign for a sell. So we should be putting our stop. Okay, today's high is 960. So we will try to put a sell order. I think we just missed it. About 80 points away, a sell. Then TP is about 300 points away. Then stop is about 130 points. Okay, so let me give this order first. So sell at 80 points away. Okay, 80 points right now. This is trading at 44,420. So we'll try to sell at 44,500. 630 205. Okay, so this is the order for the Dow. So I will try to put in about 80 points higher than the current market, then stop 130 points, then TP about 300 points. That means we are looking at another, from now, another 200 points drop. So let's see how this is going to work. Then we would see how we can manage it. Okay, now the gold I think is just still not showing this weakness what we are expecting. Just now I think it just dropped about $4 from where we entered, and now it's bounced back. Okay, just now we missed that that second entry. If the second entry is taken, then we would have taken a profit here, but that is still not filled yet. So I think we have to wait for some more time to see whether any other orders get filled. Okay, so any other questions or any other things you want to do? So we'll just monitor this trade first. Then tomorrow we'll see, because Friday is a holiday. So tomorrow we can do, but I'm not sure whether we would be seeing. But anyway, tomorrow got non-farm payroll, So I think tomorrow we might see some activity because even though the market is on short-term trading week, we should be seeing some activity because of non-farm payroll. So tomorrow night would be, I think, would be a bit busy. So let's see how this thing comes, and we'll see how we can manage it. Okay. So any questions you have, ask. Otherwise, I think we'll call it, and I'll see you again tomorrow morning. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Good night.